everyone, I'm Nikki.
I'm Nick.
And together we're Nikki Nick. Today we're going to be reacting to Starting Conversations by TheOdd1sOut.
Which sounds like an interesting topic.
Yes, because I feel like we could probably all relate on how difficult it can be sometimes
that
to
actually,
start some conversation.
What's today, Friday?
Yeah.
Yesterday, at work, it's like, there's this little boy walking around, and I'm behind the counter, and this mom's chasing her kid around and everything. And I was like, wow, he's got a lot of energy, because he was like a 1-year-old running around, and she's like, yeah, and she starts talking to me, and I'm like, oh God, I didn't think that far. I don't know how to continue this conversation. So I was just like,
I do
yes,
it all the time.
Yep, yes, yeah.
Anything to keep it going.
I don't know how on certain subjects, you know.
Yeah.
I've never had a kid, so it's kind of like.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like I don't know how to relate, so
No,
I can't keep going.
I do that too, but with like more than just like kids. Like I'm really bad at starting conversations. I'm really bad. I guess I could start them, but I guess I'm really bad at holding conversations. So
Yeah.
I'm curious as to how he feels about starting and how
I'm really
awkward it could
interested.
be.
I love listening to his voice. He's a good talker.
I love his little cartoon animations too.
Yeah, he's really good at that.
And we promised you guys that we would do more of the odd ones.
Yeah,
so
you guys been
here we are.
really recommending it?
Yeah, I'm excited. Ready?
Yep.
Let's go.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that you, yes, you
Go out on a
watching
limb.
this right now are an introvert. How do I know this? Because you're watching YouTube videos instead of being outside.
Chill.
What are you doing on computer? Go outside, it's so beautiful.
Hey, Tim.
Don't worry, I'm an introvert too.
I did
I
not.
got an email from an 8-year-old once. He said he liked my videos. It was one of the worst emails I ever got. So I'm just going to briefly explain what introvert means to all the 8-year-olds watching this.
I wish I was 8.
Hey kids, are you ready to learn? An introvert is a person who doesn't really like to play with other kids. This doesn't make them sad that they're lonely, they just would rather play by themselves. Think of it this way. Has your friend ever asked you to play with them, but you didn't really want to, so you asked your mom to make up a reason for you not to go? If so, then you're probably an introvert, or you just need better friends. Me and my
I'm gonna
mom had a
comment on that
code word,
later.
so if a friend was on the phone who wanted to hang out, I would say, let me ask my mom. And when I asked her, if I said the code word, it meant, Mom, make up an excuse so I can't go. I'm not going to say the code word because I still plan on using it. I actually made a comic kind of similar to this back in 2014, and it's one of my most popular comics, so thanks for liking it. Obviously, it would be one of my most popular comics. I mean, look how great it is. Michael, the creator of Vsauce, hey Vsauce, Michael here, has this new YouTube Red show called Minefield. And as of right now, it's the best YouTube Red series. And in the first episode, Michael goes into an isolation room for 3 days.
Oh, I
There's
heard
no
about that.
technology, he's all by himself for 3 days. When I first saw this, I thought, hey, maybe I should try that. Yeah, 3 days of nothing but your own thoughts. I can think of comic ideas, I can write a book, and I don't even have to write any of these ideas down because everything I say is being recorded. This could be my next vacation. Also, speaking of YouTube Red, hey Susan, I heard you had a new spot open for a Red series. I have this great idea called the YouTuber swap. It's like wife swap, but with YouTubers. Just hit me up if you're interested. Now, don't get the wrong idea that I'm someone who hates people. I don't. It's just, if we're strangers, then I'd rather not talk to you. Unless you're a stranger who's a fan of my videos. Okay, we can talk about me all day. Bringing to the point from the last video, don't be afraid to talk to me. You know, every YouTuber is in a weird position with their fans because if you meet me, you already have a pretty good idea of who I am as a person. For instance, you know how long I wet the bed. But for me, I have no clue how long you wet the bed.
That's so funny.
That's true.
What are we talking about? I'm okay with having a conversation.
You know him, but he doesn't know you.
Pineapple and pizza.
I'm never the one
Yeah.
who starts the
Yeah.
conversation. But again, this doesn't apply to fans. I like to think that I'm decent with conversation, but I don't really know how good I am at it. I did fail public speaking. But on occasion, there are times when it's awkward not to talk to a stranger. One time in my college years, I got on an elevator
Coolidge.
to go to a class, and another person got on with me.
As the
The
devil.
devil?
Crazy life, I know. And I did what anyone should do in that situation. I didn't say anything to the other person. But then when we got on our floor, you know how the elevator doors are supposed to open? Well, this time it didn't. The doors didn't open. This is an introvert's worst nightmare, by the way. And it wasn't one of those elevators that you could fit a king-size bed into. This elevator was about the size of a red box.
Oh, God.
Is the door gonna open? Seems like it should open by now. What do you do in that situation? You can't not talk to the person you're now trapped
I
with.
think I would freak
So,
out.
I start hitting the
what
open
class
button.
are you
Yeah.
going to? Physics? Oh, that makes sense, because this is a science building. Enough time had passed where we started looking up the school's number to tell them that we were stuck, which is what you're supposed to do, right? There's not like a button on the elevator that you can press to call for help, right? But luckily, while we were doing that, for whatever reason, after a solid 2 minutes, the door decided to open. And just the wave of relief that went over me and this kid. Oh, I thought we'd be in there for hours.
I hope I never see you again.
Same. That's why I'm never going in an elevator again. It's too risky. I think the problem I have is that I'm bad at starting conversations.
I have so many stories
Normally,
after
if I'm
this.
talking to someone who I don't know, I'll ask, so, how was your day? But if your day was anything but good, I don't want to hear it. My dog died. Yeah, they do that. Conversation's so hard. I only know like 3 good conversation starters. The first one is, how was your day? And if that doesn't work, I start talking about all this crazy weather we're having. And in Arizona, there's really only one weather. Hot. Although it did rain like 2 weeks ago. And lastly, if I have nothing else to ask, I hit them with a really hard question. What color's your toothbrush? Mine's red.
I'm gonna start using that.
What's your favorite blank? I have nothing against these types of questions. I think it tells you a lot about the person you're talking to, but there's one form of this question that I really hate. And it's the question, what's your favorite candy bar?
Reese's.
And I hate this question because my
Kit
favorite
Kat.
candy bar, and I will stick by my answer no matter what you think, is M&M's.
It's not candy bar.
It's not a candy bar.
Oh boy.
What an astute observation! I'm a very simple man, all right? I like my chocolate pure. Sometimes when people ask this, I think, I should just say Twix. People won't get mad if I say Twix. But then I remember, screw Twix, I like M&M's.
Screw
James,
Twix.
why don't you just say Hershey's bar? Because Hershey's
That's not
makes a
this-
mess on your hands,
this
and they
isn't
don't
same
come
as
in convenient
M&Ms,
bite-sized
though.
pieces, while M&M's hard outer shell improves their overall texture. Why am I even having this argument? I had a friend tell me, well, James, I really like Smarties, but I know they're not a bar, so I don't say they're my favorite candy bar. First of all, dude, Smarties? Really? That's your favorite candy? And second of all, the person asking the question honestly doesn't care what my answer is. Why are you asking such a specific question? You're excluding so much other candy. Candy bars are exclusively chocolate. What if my favorite candy isn't chocolate? What if
It feels
it's...
so strong.
I know, this is like
Did you
taking
guys see
up.
what I just did there? I was talking about M&Ms for like a whole minute. I was having a conversation, all because I was arguing why M&Ms are my favorite candy bar. So that's it. That's how you talk to people. You disagree with everything they say and then argue about it. So everyone watching, argue about your favorite candy bar down in the comments. Here's some fun little
That is
Odd1sOut
so
trivia.
funny.
I record the audio for these end cards last. Also, you might notice some caterpillar fan
Okay,
art,
so
and if
I've
you don't
got
get
so
that
many
reference, then you
stories.
should probably follow me
And
on
I guess
Twitter.
the first one, I'm gonna start off with the beginning
Reese's.
of
Even though that's a cup.
Reese's cup. Well, yeah, I guess Reese's cup.
Or puffs. Peanut butter
Reese's
chocolate
Puffs.
flavor.
Hey.
Okay, stop.
Oh, okay. Anyway, back to my
We're
story.
cringy.
The beginning of that, he was talking about his mom and how he like asked his mom to like had a code word for his mom when he didn't want to hang out.
I don't know what.
Oh my god, I
what
did that all of the time.
I think I would just lie and say my mom said something. I don't think I'd be like, Mom. I can't recall.
Sometimes my friends had a tendency to like go like when I was just like, oh, my mom said I can't do this. They had a tendency to like actually physically like come over or text my mom like wanting to know what was going on. Like, oh, okay,
They would
Nicole.
text your mom?
Yeah, I mean my mom was like the mom for everyone. Like my mom is hands down the best mom in the entire world. And
I don't think my friends would just knock on the door. How old are you?
I mean, this is when I was in high school.
Oh, you didn't have a phone, did you?
Yeah.
Why'd they text your mom?
No, if I said, oh, my mom says I can't hang out, then they'd be like, oh, why can't she hang out? Like Tara
this them
and
knocking at the
Olivia
door?
and no, they wouldn't knock at the door, but sometimes they would, you know, like want to talk to my mom themselves to like kind of like push her. Or like if my mom would come in, what? Why are you looking at me like that's so
If
weird?
I say no, I say no. You don't bug my mom.
My friends might have been a little different than your friends.
Weird.
My
If you guys
friends.
friends did that, comment below.
I mean, I don't see why not. My friends, like I said,
No.
my mom mommed most of my friends, so my mom knew them on a like super personal level.
I don't think
And
my-
like sisters and brothers, I guess, but odd sisters and brothers. I had very strange
Weird
friends.
that they
in high
didn't
school.
take no for an answer.
Love
and
you
didn't
guys,
bug
but I
their
have
mom.
very strange friends. Well, I mean, they're just very adamant. When they wanted to hang out, they wanted to hang out. So I would be like, Mom,
I'd
like
get mad
when
at
so and
them.
so like messages you asking me to hang out, let them know that I'm busy doing such and such. Or like I remember one of my friends used to. I'm not going to specify who it was, but
You've already said the names.
I have, but I've got other friends, but from high school. I was over at her house and she was just like, oh, can you stay the night? Like, I want you to hang out. I do not like staying the night at people's houses.
Got hair on your nose.
Oh, thank you. I've never liked that. I like to be home in my own bed. That's the introvert in me. But
It depends for me.
yeah, but she'd be like, super, oh, I want you to like stay, blah, blah. So then I would like text my mom. I'd be like, hey, so-and-so is about to get on my phone because she wants to speak to you. No, dollar, I'm busy and I cannot because I have something to do super early in the morning, something like that. Anyway, she'd get on the phone with my mom and be like, no, she's got to come home. And my mom was like super mom for doing that because not only was she good to my friends, but also when I didn't want to hang out with them, she was also good about
I
that.
don't think any of my friends ever talked to my mom over phone unless, like, if they came at the door and knocked on it. It's like,
I don't think I ever
I'd be
had
like,
anybody
Mom,
come
answer
up
the
to
door, answer the door, answer the door. No, I don't want to.
No, that's one thing that I never did was have my friends come to the door because my friends knew that like don't come to the door unless I'm ready because you know how long like my makeup takes? I would tell them like if you come to the door knocking on the door, I'm not going to answer it. So you call my phone or text me. I'm
thinking of elementary school age.
I don't remember what I did in elementary school. As far as like hanging out with friends.
This is a very deep conversation.
We've like completely like
Well, I mean,
went really far with this.
I
Anyway.
mean, I would just have friends come over. I'm talking about elementary school wise.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd tell Mom, be like, Mom, answer the door. And then high school wise, I would text.
Yeah.
And I'd say, no, I don't want to.
Oh.
I wouldn't.
I'd always
My
use
mom
that
was
as
never
an excuse.
involved in any of that.
Oh.
With any of my.
Well, maybe we're just a little different, but I use my mom as an excuse all the time. Sorry, y'all.
I just
Love
think
you
it's
guys.
weird that they would be like, oh, she said no, I'm gonna make her mom tell her to go out and play with me or hang out.
You know my friends, how
No,
ridiculous
I've only
they
met
are.
one.
Well, love you guys.
What do you mean?
I feel like I'm like talking ill about them, but I don't like I don't.
I
mean to
totally
be
doubt they're
talking-
gonna be watching this.
You never know. 'Cause you never know.
I know.
But I wasn't talking ill about them. I'm just saying they've got very strong personalities. I feel like I have a very strong personality. So
This is a long rant. I'm sorry, guys.
Anyway, hello. Here
You're
we
still
are.
here. Thank you. We
We're
appreciate it.
still
We love
talking
you
about
guys.
this. I really like that video. Back to the actual video itself because I think it made some pretty good points. I like the fact that he was just like, if you want to talk to anyone, just argue.
Yeah.
Which I guess that's a good point.
We just were.
We just had an
I
entire
was
like
kind of
3
arguing.
minutes.
Well, I
of
just
arguing.
never. I'm sorry if you guys have that way. I just never thought of it like that.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I feel like that'd make me mad if they didn't take my answer and then they would bother my mom. You know.
Yeah. No.
That would
I
make me
understand.
mad.
Yeah. No. Sometimes I was just like really off, but I mean. that
Well,
is what it
it's
is.
different at the door. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just
back
rambling now.
Anyway, if you guys have any more The Odd Ones Out requests for us as far as like specific videos you want us to watch, please leave the link below. We'll check it out because we really love all the animations and the storylines are really good. Obviously, they keep us talking at the end, so that's awesome. And if you guys want to see more of us, make sure to check out the description box below. It's got our Snapchat and Instagram, and make sure to subscribe.
And thank you guys. And if you actually sat through all of that,
Yes.
we really appreciate it.
We love you guys.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.